to start the conversation. Planner, or writing a daily to-do list, or for you, supports you, motivates you. My freshman year doesn't matter, it doesn't count. Rather than failing an AP class, hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. The new school year is approaching really quickly, and for some of us, school may have already started by the time you're seeing this, but I personally don't start until September 4th or sometime that first week of September, and I'm honestly really excited. But right now, my whole For You page is all these different back to school videos with back to school emergency kits, shopping for back to school supplies, shopping for new clothes for the new school year, what's in my backpack, and all of these other back to school videos. But I also thought right now, with school starting soon, it would be a great time to post a back to school video of my own. My last video was my shopping for back to school supplies and clothing, and the haul at the end, so if you haven't seen that, go watch it. But today's back to school video is going to be a high school advice, especially for high school freshmen, and some of these tips that I give out in this video won't only apply to 9th graders, and they might also apply to middle schoolers as well. So these tips specifically aren't just for freshmen, but some of them are more for the freshmen, and others could work for middle schoolers as well. But let's get into it. The first thing I want to talk about are the different classes that you can take in your first year of high school as a freshman. You may be wondering right now if the classes in your 9th grade year of high school are going to be similar to the ones that you take in middle school, or if they are going to be more difficult. And the answer to that will depend on if you are taking regular classes or AP and honors classes. First, let's talk about regular classes. The regular classes that you will take will have a easier workload and will be easier to understand and everything. And these classes reminded me a lot of middle school, especially my 8th grade year of middle school. Out of my 4 core classes, math, English, social studies / history, and science, I only had 1 AP class, which means my other 3 core classes were regular. And these regular classes, like I said, were easier and had less homework. And with these classes, I had more free time to do the things that I enjoyed outside of high school. So if you take regular classes, you will have more free time and will be able to spend more time with your friends and family and focus more on sports or clubs that you may be in, and do whatever else you like to outside of school. Now let's talk about AP classes. At my high school as a 9th grader, you can only take 1 AP class, and this class is AP Human Geo. I took this class and I had it during my 2nd semester of high school, my 2nd semester of a high school freshman. And my other classes that I had were orchestra and choir and science, and I had a quarter-long art class during both. So I didn't have much homework except for AP Human Geo and science. And most of the time I would finish my science homework in class, which only left AP Human Geo. And on days that I did have science homework, I would finish that first, and AP Human Geo would take up most of my night. I personally was really busy when I had this AP class because I also had student council things, and I also had things for my temple, like preparing weekly classes. And it was definitely a lot, but I found a way to make it all work. I do recommend studying earlier for these AP finals. And for AP finals, you have MCQs, which are multiple choice questions, and FRQs, which are free response questions. It is better to get an A in a regular class rather than failing an AP class. So in high school, especially during your freshman year, I recommend taking classes that you know will challenge you, but also where you know you can handle the workload and that you're not feeling too stressed out. Now let's talk about organization. It is really important to be organized in high school and get all your homework done on time. So I recommend finding a good way that works for you to get all your homework done on time but also be organized. I personally like having different colored folders for all of my classes, and in high school for each semester we only have 4 classes, which means I'm only going to 4 classes a day. So I have 4 different color folders for each class. One could be purple, blue, white, black. It doesn't matter what colors you use, but I like having different colored folders. And this helps me to find a certain worksheet for a certain class quicker and easier. You should find a way that works for you to write down all your homework for the day, upcoming projects, and also tests and when you have these tasks. This could be using a planner or writing a daily to-do list, or even just writing down these things on your notes app on your phone and typing it out real quick. I personally love having a planner for the new school year. This was my planner for my freshman year of high school and it helped me a lot. Not only was I organized with all my homework and finishing all my homework on time, but at the end of a school day when I came home and sat down at my desk to do my homework, I was able to open up my planner and I had a way of knowing which classes had less homework and which ones would take the less amount of time versus which class had more homework and which ones would take me longer time. I would always start with the classes that had the least amount of homework and would take me the least amount of time. And then this gave me more time to do homework for the classes that I had more homework in but also would take more time. Since I had a planner last year and it helped me so much with being organized in my freshman year of high school, if you watched my back to school shopping video a couple weeks ago, you know that I got this brand new planner for the new school year. Another way that I love to be organized is by having colorful notes. I will have one color for my vocabulary words, and then each vocab word will be underlined or highlighted, and then the topic will be in a different color along with the subtopic. This helped me study for my AP class a lot easier because all my vocab words were highlighted or underlined, and that saved me so much more time than going through each page for the unit and trying to find the words that were not highlighted. I definitely recommend being organized in your high school journey, but during your freshman year, I recommend finding ways that work best for you so you know what works best for you in the future and you can continue using these ways. Planners have always worked for me to write down my homework and everything, and I continue to use planners until now, and I will continue using them because they help me so much along with colorful notes. These are just some of the ways that I like to be organized, but find what works best for you, and these will be different than what works best for other people. My last tip for organization is to manage your time. Manage your time with whatever method works best for you. For me, that's planners, like I said. But when you finish all your homework and you have all your free time, you can use that free time to go to school sporting events such as a football game, basketball game, hockey game, soccer game, or whatever other game that you would like to go watch with your friends, or also going to homecoming, winter formal, spring dance, prom, or whatever other school dances that your school has. But going to all these different events at your high school is really fun and a great way to make memories with your friends. Now let's talk about friends. Your friends are going to change. You won't be friends with the same people that you were friends with in middle school all throughout high school. You will make new friends, you will lose friends. Your friends will change, and this could be for so many different reasons. I can't even name them all. But to list a few, it could be because of your friends being toxic. And I do recommend leaving toxic friends as soon as you can, because these toxic friendships are really bad and definitely not the best. And sometimes these give you more stress on, like, oh, how do I make myself fit in with these friends? Or how do I change myself? But I'm going to give you guys some tips on making new friends. Since your friends will change from middle school to high school, here are some tips that I have on making new friends. First, and probably the most important one, is to just be yourself. Do not change the way you act, the way you dress, your personality, or the way you look for other people and to join a certain group of people. You don't need to change yourself to fit in with the popular group at school. And you don't need to change yourself to fit in with like the smarter group at school. Be yourself, because this helps make friends in the most efficient way possible, and your friends will like you for who you are. Another tip is to have a good quality of friends. It is not important to have a large friend group that's like really bad and like really mean and that doesn't support you. Rather, you would want a good quality group of friends that is always there for you, supports you, motivates you, and people that you can always count on. Another way to meet new friends and make new friends is by joining sports, clubs, or any other extracurriculars offered at your school. I am in student council, and as a student council member during my freshman year and also this year, and probably for the rest of high school, I have met some really amazing people, and most of these people that I've met are upperclassmen. But I'm really close with some of the upperclassmen now, and I know that I can count on them for whatever I may need, whether it is help in student council or also just a ride to and from a student council meeting or a student council event. Another tip for making friends is to start the conversation. Some of the friends that I have from middle school or some that I have even made this past year, I have only made because I was the one to start the conversation. Especially on the first day of school where everybody is in the same boat as you and scared to talk to new people. Being the first one and being like the bigger person to start the conversation and being braver can help make new friends. My last tip that I have for making friends is do not compare yourself. This kind of goes hand in hand with the first tip that I gave, which was do not change who you are, do not change how you act, and do not change your personality for other people, because comparing yourself can just make you feel more insecure about who you are, and it is also not great for your physical or mental health. So just be who you are and stop comparing yourself to others, because everybody is different and everybody has their own life outside of high school, and you may not know how other people's life looks like outside of high school. Now time for some of the other tips that I have for you guys that help you a lot but don't necessarily go into a specific category. First of all, stay out of drama. If you somehow get yourself into drama, try to get out of it, but if there's something going on between two people, like two of your friends, don't involve yourself, don't spread rumors, don't start gossip about them, because that involves you into drama, and sometimes drama can be a lot of stress and it can sidetrack you from your main focus. Next, I recommend asking questions. This could be asking questions during class or going up to a teacher after class before your next period starts and asking a question then. Or it could also be asking one of the upperclassmen for help if you're lost in your school building and can't find a classroom, or if it's asking a upperclassman for help during a sport or club that you are in. But asking for help is so important. It just gets some weight off your shoulders and helps out a lot for something that you may be confused on. Build a good connection with your teachers. Being on your teacher's good side and having a good connection with them will also help for when you either miss a day of school or you just need extra time to work on a project or an assignment because you're not feeling well or you're like really stressed out. The teachers that you will have a good connection with will be really understanding and will often give you an extra day or two to work on an assignment. My last tip that I have for those of you going into your freshman year of high school is to not go into your freshman year thinking colleges don't look at my grades for freshman year, or my freshman year doesn't matter, it doesn't count. Your freshman year is just as important as your sophomore, junior, and senior year of high school, and not going into your freshman year with that mindset is really important. Colleges will look at your grades from your freshman year to your senior year. They will look at all your grades, and your freshman year is also really important because this is the year that you're trying to figure out high school. You're getting used to being in high school and just like big change from middle school to high school. You're also trying to figure out what sports and clubs that you like, if you can handle AP classes or if they're just too much for you. And you are also figuring out what career path you would like to take. Those are all my tips that I have for those of you going into your freshman year of high school, and enjoy your freshman year of high school. Your high school years go by so fast. My freshman year of high school went by so fast, and I can't believe that I'm already a sophomore and starting my sophomore year in a couple of weeks. But enjoy everything that you can in your freshman year of high school. Go to your events, go to all these different things that you have, and enjoy yourself. This does end today's video, and I will see you guys with another back to school video really soon. And for those of you that have already started school or are starting soon, have a great year. And for those of you starting your freshman year of high school, don't be worried and enjoy every moment that you have. Go to your homecoming dance, go to any other dances that your school has that you can attend. Go to different basketball games, soccer games, tennis games, football games, whatever events that you can go to. Go there, go with your friends, make some new friends, and enjoy every moment that you have. But for now, I will see you guys back with another video. Until then, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Bye, everyone!